I've been writing for, it's over 26 years. I'm not quite sure exactly. And I have 26 books, so, which is really odd to me because no book takes a year. They all take more, it seems, or a couple of them did take less time. But it's just odd to me that each year we're keeping up. Anyway, I hope that goes on for the rest of my life. Hope that's a lot more books, a lot more years. I tend to write all over the place. I don't know how you are, and that's what I'd really love to do tonight is talk about writing and how it is for you and how different it is for everyone. But I'll tell you how it is for me. I never, ever am in control in the way that I mean, I've never said, oh, I think I'll write a novel, or I think I'll write a chapter book or a picture book. Not ever. I write whatever I can't stop thinking about, and I can't not plot out. It's just, I don't have control. The idea comes and I just have to follow it. So I have no control over this. This novel, the new one and the other one, I don't want to call it the old one, the original, the first one. Stuff came to me and I just had to follow it. So I don't lead, I follow. Anyway, I had to follow, and I follow most often in a way that ends up being a mid-grade novel or a chapter book for kids just a little bit younger than that mid-grade audience. That is my favorite. And I'm always so glad when the idea that has grabbed me is going to go to that audience. I absolutely love it when that happens. Does that happen for you? Do you choose? Do you say, I think I'd like to write a novel, and you do it?
Not exactly. I usually have some idea of what would be the best novel for me to write now, and sometimes my whatever my muse accommodates, and that's what comes forward. And other times that's the absolute least that's the worst novel you could write at this moment. And my muse says, nope, this is the one we're doing, and I'm not doing anything else until you do it. I say, okay, well. Yeah. I hope it works out then, because we're doing this thing.
Yeah, I've had some where people have just said to me, that is just not meant to be a children's book. You're out of your mind. And it's like, I can't stop it. I have a book called Sparrow Girl, for instance, which is about what happened in China in, now I've already forgotten, 1948, I think. And no, 58. Anyway, Mao Zedong ordered all the sparrows killed. And he used children to do it. And I couldn't stop thinking about that and what it would be like to be a child who was ordered to kill sparrows in the way that they all were. It was a national program. Anyway, a lot of people, including people in the business, said, this is not a children's book. End up being a beautiful picture book, well-received picture book. So you never know, but I know now, I know that I have to follow. Whatever it is, I have to follow it. Go do that book.
Has there ever been an idea you've had where you say, oh, this is the idea I absolutely have to write, and I would love to write it for children, but I can't figure out a way to make it kid-friendly, so I guess I'll have to make it a little bit more adult? Or
well, I do have one book that I started off thinking it was, probably thought it was going to be a YA, and it did end up being an adult novel. And a different name is on it, I'll just say. I have two legitimate names. I was married, Pennypacker, not married anymore, so it's not Pennypacker. So it's not under that name. But yeah, that did happen because more and more stuff happened in the book. And again, I didn't have control over that. So luckily, there were adults who would read a book too. Mostly kids are the best audience, but once in a while you have to write for adults, I guess.
Once it seems almost unavoidable, unfortunately.
You got to lower your standards and write for that audience, The adults, they are a worse audience, by the way, having written a book now for adults. By far, children are way better readers in terms of, caring about the characters and really getting into it and appreciating a book and appreciating all the things you put in it. And I guess it's because it's new. I think it's because books mean more to kids. I think they're a better audience.
I mostly 100% agree, except for occasionally when I want to say something that I know I can't get away with for a kid audience, and then it's got to be a Robert Kent book. But I have
Right.
never met an adult reader that's as enthusiastic or as appreciative as a child reader.
No, not yet.